Here is Betting Tips Academy. In the next 10 minutes, you are going to learn everything you need to know about the genesis of African football, tracing its evolution and impact. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more videos like this and many more. Let me start with, have you ever wandered through the annals of history and wondered where African football got its roots? Journey back with me to the late 19th century. Africa, a vast and diverse continent, was under the grip of colonial powers. Amidst the tumult of the times, a seed was planted, a seed that would eventually grow into the colossal tree of African football we know today. Football was introduced to Africa by colonial powers, primarily the British and the French. The game, already popular in Europe, soon found a new home on African soil. The colonizers brought with them balls made of leather and rules written on parchment, but the Africans brought the spirit, the passion, and the raw talent that would shape the game in their own unique way. In the bustling ports of Alexandria and Algiers, among the sandy dunes of the Sahara, and in the vibrant markets of Lagos and Dakar, the first organized competitions took place. These matches were more than just games. They were a symbol of unity and camaraderie, beacon of hope in challenging times. The establishment of the first teams and clubs marked a significant milestone in the evolution of African football. Teams like the Jazeera Sporting Club in Egypt, founded in the early 20th century, and clubs like the Accra Hearts of Oak in Ghana, established in the mid-20th century, served as the bedrock for the development of the sport. These teams and clubs were not just about football. They were about community, about fostering a sense of belonging and identity. As the years rolled on, the game of football continued to weave itself into the fabric of African society. Despite the hardships, the challenges, and the struggles, football emerged as a beacon of hope, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the African people. And so, beneath the African sun, on patches of earth worn smooth by countless feet, the journey of African football began. This was the dawn of a new era, the birth of African football, a game that would later transform into a force that united nations. From its humble beginnings, how did African football ascend to the world stage? The answer to that lies in the formation of a pivotal organization, the Confederation of African Football, or CAF. Established in the year 1957, CAF marked a new era for the sport on the continent. It was a monumental step towards uniting African nations through the love of football, a sport that was gaining traction at an incredible pace. It was the dawn of a new era, one that promised growth, unity, and a shared passion for the beautiful game. CAF was not just an organization. It was a beacon of hope, a symbol of unity, and a platform for African talent to shine. Its establishment was a testament to the continent's commitment to football, a commitment that was about to bear fruit in ways no one could have imagined. The launch of the African Cup of Nations in 1957 was another landmark event in African football history. This competition, held every 2 years, would soon become a breeding ground for talent. A stage where African footballers could showcase their skills and make their mark on the sport. It was the perfect platform for African teams to compete, improve, and ultimately, excel. The African Cup of Nations was not just a tournament. It was a celebration of African football, a testament to the continent's talent, and a stepping stone to the global stage. It brought together nations, fostered unity, and ignited a passion for football that was unparalleled. The impact of the African Cup of Nations was profound, shaping the future of African football in ways that are still evident today. It spurred the growth of the sport, fostered talent, and paved the way for African footballers to make their mark on the world stage. The establishment of CAF was a game changer, setting the stage for African football to shine on a global platform. The rise of African football was no longer a dream, but a reality, a testament to the power of unity, passion, and the beautiful game. What was the golden age of African football, and how did it shape the sport? Picture this: the 1980s to the 2000s. A time of transformation, time of renaissance for African football. It was an era that saw African footballers begin to leave their indelible mark on major European leagues. And in doing so, they changed the face of the sport forever. During this time, African players started making waves in the world of football. They were no longer just participants. They were competitors, trailblazers. They were not only playing the game, they were redefining it. From the dusty streets of their hometowns to the lush green pitches of Europe, they brought with them a unique style of play, a distinct flair that was unmistakably African. Take, for instance, George Weah from Liberia. He was a force to be reckoned with, a player who combined agility, speed, and precision to create magic on the field. His skills led him to become the first, and to date, only African player to be named FIFA World Player of the Year in the mid-90s. Then there was the indomitable Samuel Eto'o of Cameroon, a player whose talent and determination saw him rise to become one of the most decorated African players of his generation, with numerous titles under his belt. And let's not forget Didier Drogba, the Ivorian legend who not only shone on the field, but also off it, using his influence to bring peace to his war-torn country. These players, and many more, became household names, symbols of African excellence. But it wasn't just about individual players. African teams also started to make their presence felt. The Nigerian team, for instance, won the gold medal in football at the 1996 Olympics, a feat that had never before been achieved by an African team. The golden age of African football wasn't merely a period of time. It was a movement, a revolution that redefined the game and its perception worldwide. It was a testament to the talent and potential that lay within the continent, propelling African football to new heights. So where does African football stand today? In the bustling world of football, Africa has firmly established its footing. From the dusty pitches in local communities to the lush green fields of international stadiums, African football has come a long way. The continent's football prowess is no longer a secret, it's a global phenomenon. The prominence of African players in international leagues is a testament to this. From the English Premier League to Spain's La Liga and Italy's Serie A, African players are showcasing their skills, making their mark, and influencing the game's dynamics. Their breathtaking performances and exceptional talent have not only earned them recognition, but also raised Africa's profile in the football world. The African Cup of Nations, a spectacle watched by millions worldwide, has become a platform for these athletes to demonstrate their prowess, compete with the best, and unite nations. The competition has also proven to be a breeding ground for talent, with young stars rising to the occasion, eager to make their mark. But it's not just about the players and the games. African football has an immense socio-economic impact on the continent. It's a lifeline for many, a source of national pride, and a unifying force that transcends ethnic, political, and social boundaries. Of course, the journey is not without its challenges. Infrastructure, investment, and management issues often pose obstacles. Yet, these challenges also present opportunities. The potential for growth in African football is immense. With the right support and resources, there's no telling where the journey could lead. Africa's football journey is a story of resilience and determination. It's a story of stars born on rugged pitches who've made it to the world's most prestigious leagues. It's a story of a continent that has embraced the beautiful game and made it uniquely its own. Today, African football continues to carve out its place on the world stage, a testament to the strength and resilience of a game that started on the humblest of pitches. But what is the true impact of African football, beyond the goals and the glory?